Alright there. Welcome to Yorkie's Nightcap, where we end the day together with a bit of a nightcap. That's empty. Okay. Oh well. You enjoy yours. And, a calm game. Right now, we're returning to Disco Elysium with a cop who's having way too much of a nightcap. Let us go. Right. Open trash container. The manager guard should have a key. Tried brute force, that didn't work. Once this resolves, I'm using these two as kind of timers. This, I'm coming out of the hangover that I've got as regards not being able to think at all clearly. I mean, I'm not the smartest cookie. I got issues and so on, but not being able to think clearly. This, once that resolves, I'll let the headache die down some. Anyway, let's get into the pub. Let's go talk to the manager and see if we can get a key.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container outside the backyard?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling and Rags.
Right, that's what I meant.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why.
But the
And
drunk
the
kid
neighbours
on
too.
spin.
They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Wonder what his feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Well, they seem callous to you. Garden if you leftovers from the pot. What's
Callous?
wrong?
What are you? Kras Mazov?
Oh?
Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash
Oh.
locked. The Whirling and Rags is not special in that regard.
Alright, anyway, we need those
What
keys.
do you need them for?
So open it.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
You got it. Now, goodbye. And then we can go in here. Let's have a look in back here. The dishes are dry and they smell chemicals and pine trees. Aroma of spice, alcohol and tomato hangs in the air. Or tomato, whichever you prefer. I really don't care which you want. Alright, we got this guy here. A cook, maybe.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug.
Oh.
This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goranci and Kubek.
Ooh,
It must be his name.
must be.
Goranci. Goranci
Nancy
Kubek.
Kubek.
Sounds representative.
I also got time for a few
The
questions.
man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive pots there, you
He
know.
smiles and bangs his ladle against
We
each of
understood
his
that.
pots in turn.
I don't think I need to say anything else. Stay masculine. Masculine? That was a weird thing to say. Alright.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Let's touch it.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Oh. Let's try to push
The
it.
door does not budge.
I wonder where it goes.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. This part of the whirling interaction. There's something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
Do you need to investigate my side?
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Yes, a mini side
Garth is the
investigation.
person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Alright, well, let's leave that then. And we've got to explore the Whirling Ride's secret passage. And we are 99, 1 minute. Let's see, Mr. Gart. Mr. Gart.
Can I
Okay.
help you?
Sort of
Another
thing.
thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit
the
warehouse.
fruit
probably.
warehouse?
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
That sounds like my head right now. Oh, God. It felt better when I was still drunk.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's in the back there, wouldn't you?
Fine, okay.
Giving you a
little.
headache like this, is it?
But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
All right, well, there's something else. I wanna ask.
Yes?
Actually, nothing. Right, what's this?
Inexplicable feminist agenda. There is something you need to see, sir. We found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus. It is a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor. The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were an actual feminist. Somehow you've come to that conclusion. Perhaps you can work your way back.
So, when these kind of things reveal, that's going to reveal part of my personality. And as I'm no longer drunk, as I'm starting to come out of it, but just have the headache, I'm starting to see, yeah, I'm going to be more supportive of women's rights and so on, opposing male oppression, etc. So an empathy. We've got it +1 empathy. Could evolve into RFA. And -1 electrochemistry. Would have to quit drugs to get there. Okay. And we are almost 2/3 of the way through Lonesome Long Way Home. Right. Oh, my head. Oh. So the Frit warehouse. I wonder if we can find a Frit family somewhere. Also, what's this? A glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue is also top 10. That doesn't sound very healthy. Who are you?
Welcome to Ivashol.
Racist lorry driver. Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
The lieutenant fires back.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
He's right.
The lieutenant's impassive mask has been replaced with intensity. He speaks not as a cop, but as a citizen. He is Vacholier, a Revacholian.
You tell him, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo? What's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just
There's
said,
too much to
welcome
think, it
Ivachol,
hurts.
it's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
You tell him, Kim.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking hate Kim. I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorry man spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or is it pride? Impossible to tell.
Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smouldering between his fingers. What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I got you, Kim. Okay, so you're a racist. You're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
He gestures with his cigarette for emphasis. Yes, the science.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, what else have you thought up?
So, lately,
My head already
Occidentals
hurts, you're
have
making it hurt
experienced
worse.
An unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources.
Yeah, what's the problem with that then?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Wait, what's this cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
He pushes on. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence.
Looking for something, runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Maybe. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long has this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
We're done for now.
Looking for something
We're
odd?
done for now. What's this? Frit. Ah, might be able to find out about the secret place. What's this? A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yes, what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I see, and how do I pick up tear for the tear
You
machine?
need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
She shrugs awkwardly.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there, somewhere.
She points outside. Alright.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What's that? Point to the
What
raincoat.
is what?
The girl,
It's a raincoat.
the girl leans over the counter to see what you're referring to.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
I don't have that, and I need money anyway. She taps on the glass counter. The raincoats patiently await purchase.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Not going to do that anyway. I'm a cop.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do these products do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller.
Could do with that. My
Magnesium
head
is a dietary
hurts.
supplement. Hypnogamma is...
She stops.
I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's
Could do with
recommended
that
to use
too.
after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Maybe a little more specific.
No, sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
She chews her bubblegum absent-mindedly.
Nosafed heals +1 health.
Ah,
Duramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
might come back here later. Who is some bad Steve?
Saint Baptiste.
Yeah.
You know, the pharmaceuticals company.
She nods slowly at the cabinet.
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
Do you have any ammonia?
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
She waves a hand in the air absent-mindedly. Oh, maybe some other time. We can come back to that when we've got a bit more money, I think.
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
In heaven, I need it all so bad. I don't want to feel like this again. Hair of the dog, maybe.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff.
She adjusts her hat.
But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
What do you
Don't
mean by
ask,
that?
Don't look. Don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Why don't you tell me more about yourself? About them
The
products.
pale aged vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong.
What is pale?
You know.
She shrugs, uninterested in further explaining. Okay, what will consuming this stuff do to my body?
I mean, I already said it'd hurt you. I don't know what else they do.
She stares at you unsure.
Substances give powerful bonuses to your main stats at the cost of damage to your health or morale. Cigarettes raise your intellect while damaging your health. Alcohol raises physique while damaging your morale.
Hmm.
Use medication, like Nosafed and magnesium, to counteract the negative effects of substances. Note: consuming substances can have unforeseen consequences for you.
Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
She fixes her hair underneath the cap. Alright.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to a magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
Yeah. She looks at the cover, boasting a colourful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Well, given the feminist gender, I approve of this. Very futuristic.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
Before we go on, though, what is Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
What is
A
Frit?
7 to 11 grocery store.
Ah, why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier.
She chews on a gum with disgust. Well, let's proceed. I've got some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Does Fritz have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is
She
important.
scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
She turns back to a magazine without waiting for you to respond. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. Does that mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
The lieutenant's voice is soothing and professional.
Okay.
She scratches her nose. Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
Reality?
I
You
mean,
mean what reality?
the economic reality, that's
I
what I
don't
mean.
really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
Well, you seem to be well read. 15 is an excellent time to learn about economic reality. You're just about to move into your adult life, and believe me, it hurts.
Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
What about the physical
I
reality
don't
then?
know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frit
No, I mean, where are we on a larger scale?
as mankind, or as a nation, or
Well, let's start as
in a good
mankind.
place.
She rubs her face thinking.
I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kind of big. I don't know.
She shrugs and folds her magazine back. You seem kind of smart. You're running yourself down, but you've read stuff, haven't you? What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
All right, what do you think about the revolution? What's that?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we had in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
Not everyone is. The coalition, what's that? Someone told me this one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
Alright, I won't bother with this nonsense anymore. Seems happy to return to her reading. 71% there. We need another 1 hour 44. Oh, we've got another thing here. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. You're not deputies, you're criminals. The lorry's probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. See what else we've got up here.
Scab?
Ask a man with jolly eyes tilting his head. What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them
Gotta be
much.
bloody stupid, freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes, as if trying to ascertain what they're afraid of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
No, scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
His smile deepens, his eye wrinkles even more.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a lot of hard work.
It is.
You'd never see me investigate.
Especially with a hangover. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never solve it.
Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the harbor, for an honest union man like me.
Well, you like begging. I'm a bit short of money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
He flips a coin towards you. Try and catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The
I see.
boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Lieutenant Kitaragi picks up the coin and hands it to you. I appreciate it.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
What's the strike about, anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He smiles.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strife. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
He takes a swig and points up the stairs with a flask.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
That's simple. I just walk in.
Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah,
Past
the
Measurehead.
2.5 meter tall Semini Supremacist there.
Ah.
Walk right past him,
He points the bridge above the gate.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again, and
Uh-huh.
you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy. It seems like the headache I've got that's dying down a bit is going to get suddenly a lot worse.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
No.
or you could convert to a Semini Supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
He strokes his mustache. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
He fixes his eyes on you, evaluating your prowess. Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it. Another
Sure.
thing. Yeah, nice talking. I gotta go. Let's have a look here. It says Greater Revolution Industrial Harbour. Who are you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than anybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, I'm thinking no at the moment.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
He chants at the gate.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust the cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
I have a headache. Please stop shouting. Regardless, anyway, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
Ow! Stop shouting! He bellows at the gates.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. I want to get into the harbour too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and
The
terse.
mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him.
Why so tense then?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work!
Ow, stop shouting, I have a headache.
Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are
you know.
not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
Stop shouting! I have a headache. I'm hungover. Surely you can respect that. What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. Well, what do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
Ow! Must you stop shouting? He raised his fist and started shouting again.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new
He
clothes?
ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Why? Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Not sure about this. The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
The lieutenant looks him in the eye.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud?
Maybe.
No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
Shouting! Oh, my head! Oh. What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the
He
gates.
points to the gate. And you're unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked.
He points up the
guards
stairs.
blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to
Like
them?
civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Native? You're a racist too. The man rubs his chin.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw a perfectly lightly bearded square wedge. Okay, don't take this wrongly, but I've got to ask, where are you from, sir?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity. Gonna figure out this strike mess.
Big mess. Caused by Union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
He shoots you a wary, distrustful look. Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
That's not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Man is quickly losing interest in talking to you. Just gonna leave. Let's see if I go back and if he's got anything else to say.
Work! Right to work! Shut.
Well, I'm not getting anywhere there, am I? So let's go forward. Another motor car. This one looks bust. Foreign car kept in good con. Oh, it's code. Okay. Let me just see if there's anything else up here. But this is this.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Let's look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Creature's teeth and nods toward the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Oh, we got some money. There's more up here. See what this is.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is
A
this?
silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Those are not good names.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
What did the king do?
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Alright. What's this? More money? I see no harm in getting dropped
The
cash.
small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Hello?
Wait,
Lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Alright, if you say so. Can't go that way. What's this? That instead of the shirt, what does the shirt do? One conceptualization minus one suggestion. This gives me one physical instrument. So that loses a negative, so that is just pure gain on that one. And what's here? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Can't get round the back there. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. Can't get out there. Is there really nowhere else? Doesn't look like it. I guess we have to head back. I mean, we can try and go up here, see if we find anything else. Maybe this measurehead's actually a reasonable guy. And maybe pigs can fly. And notice, in case of strike, press button behind cat. The hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking in this one. No man matches measurehead. Alright.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing and size him
Are
up.
you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin and lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
My body does not betray my degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he was smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al-Ghul?
Yes.
What?
Al-Ghul.
What's Al-Ghul?
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small
It's alcohol, you dense...
servant.
He nods approvingly. Kim, is it really that bad?
It's not good.
Oh.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
You're right. I'll go with it. I'll say I'm a servant of Algol, but I need to enter the harbour.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
He paused in melancholic reflection.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity,
No, I didn't.
and powerful weapons
That
of
was
war
someone else.
like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Kroikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbour.
Well, I'm not going to be able to push him. Come on, I just need you to move back 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate tongues from entering the army.
Well, what if I say you're right about all this? Now I just need you to let me go into the harbour.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity. by inviting the other races to a great world war.
That doesn't sound smart.
Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbour, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still served them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Individualism is my jam.
Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Surely no, I got it from disco.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
Well, it's
I
pretty
am
cool.
not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
Alright, I'll ask. Who are the
The
Seminese?
South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pay.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
He cranes his head.
We would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminese, you're just from Revachol. I'll push him.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simonese strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
He changes tactics.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Okay, Mad, you're back before. What do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
How do you know there'll be an ex-racist?
There always is.
Race is reality.
He nods approvingly. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards a lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
Oh yeah, what else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sir Clef and the other Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Hul. That is the only reason you are here.
Well, I guess I'll leave. So I'm not going to subscribe to his racism. Can't get in that door, can I? Nope. Okay. Alright, so there's nothing else for me to see up here. Popular music mag. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Okay. That's the balcony of the Whirling Inn Rags. What else? Been here. Okay. Can we talk to you?
I am a
No.
gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man muttered to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
And finishes and turns to you. What's going on
It's
here?
the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He glances south down the road.
Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
So how long you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
48 minutes left to get that. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
These sneakers.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
Sudden financial duty snap him out of his days.
The bosses, man.
Makes sense. First work, then pay.
Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Maybe don't tell people. The people they don't like are actually right.
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
He takes a note. What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He makes a ka-ching sound. Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of
us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
He smiles awkwardly. Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glanced down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Okay, and what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine behind you.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
He points to the lorry with his thumb. Let's play along. Yeah, these lorries are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Laurent Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
So, nothing illegal
Not
then?
unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Can I get one of them foul tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Right, I had another
The
question.
man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
What do I see in his eyes?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me.
He emerges from reverie. I'm a cop, I can fix anything.
There are things even a cop can't fix, my man. There's no helping in absence, you know? I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife.
Yeah, I have an ex-wife.
Second kid on the way. Waiting all the way in
Oh,
Diora.
yours isn't an ex.
And here I am stuck in this shit. So far from home.
Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me.
There's
What
a
about you,
pause on the
partner?
sigh.
You missing someone?
When he turns his eyes to you.
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
Oh, I feel haunted.
Hunted? By what?
No, well, it's probably not smart. So, yeah, actually not. Let's change the subject.
Sure, man. No problem. And thanks for this. It's good to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Perhaps it would be a good idea to show yourself some of that empathy from time to time. Just a suggestion. Carry on now.
I'm good for
Don't
now.
be a stranger.
Gives you a salute with 2 fingers. Alright. What's this? Some great tectonic forces crack the pavement like an eggshell.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Alright, we will pause there for today. Made a little progress. Don't know we've got that far though. So join us next time.